Manuel Johnson is a self-proclaimed prophet who made his name by prophesying about Donald Trump. I found this clip knocking around my computer somewhere when I was researching about this guy and looking for other clips of him. And oh my God, it's so funny to watch this. Watch this clip. This is from right after the 2020 election when Trump lost. The conservatives were still kind of bent out of shape trying to figure out, like, you know, how do we get Trump back in office? In reality, the answer is you're not getting him back in office. But listen to what Manuel Johnson says after Trump lost the election.
Went through this portal, and I'm watching, and I see a lot of movements.
He's describing God taking him through a portal, a real, literal portal. God walked him through it.
Beautiful day, a lot of movements. Nobody was wearing a mask. Glory to God.
God walked him through a portal that helped him time travel. He time traveled with God.
It was a thing of the past. The mask, the virus is going bye-bye. And I didn't know what year it was, so I saw a gentleman pass by me. And as he was passing by me, I had asked him, I said, "Sir, what year is this?" And he looked at me crazy. He thought I looked like, I think he thought I was drunk. And I said, "Sir, please tell me, what year is this?" And he looked at me and he says, "Where have you been?" I said, "Please tell me, what year is this?" He goes, "Man, it's 2022. Don't you know? It's 2022. And I go, wow.
Remember, at the time when he made this, it was 2020, basically. It was like November 2020, roughly. So this is supposed to be 2 years in the future, right? Oh my God, I'm eating this up because it's 2022 now at the time of this filming. This is endlessly entertaining to me.
He started to walk away, and I asked him again. I know I was prompted by the Holy Spirit to do this. I said, "Sir, who is the president? Who is the president?" And he said, "Don't you know?" I said, "I don't. Please tell me, who is the president?" And he told me, he said, "It's Donald Trump. Donald Trump is our president."
This is a prophecy, by the way. This isn't just some guy telling you about a dream he had. He believes that God showed him. This is called prophetic dreaming or prophetic seeing, where he has this experience with God, and God shows him this stuff that's going to happen in the future. This is full-blown prophecy, and he's the leader of a mega church, Mega Praise Ministries. Back in 2020, he told us Donald Trump was going to be president in 2022, and God showed him that by taking him forward in time. I love it. I love everything about it, honestly.
Saints, get ready. I don't care how it looks now. Donald Trump is our next president. He will get a second term. So the way it looks, it may look like that he's not winning. It may look like all this stuff. But God has plans for our president. He will be you will see him being inaugurated a second time. Our president.
That's pretty specific. We're going to see him inaugurated a second time. I love this.
He will be inaugurated a second time. Donald Trump will be our president for a second term. Glory to God.
Fantastic. Just fantastic. If you don't know who this guy is, I've done another video on him before. It's been a while, but this clip is in my channel trailer. This is a clip of him telling us how Jesus told him to buy a new BMW motorcycle with his donations from his church.
I was going down from the mountain, just in awe of what just happened to me. And the voice comes. He says, "My son, go get our bike." He said,
"Our bike.
Go get our bike."
He's literally crying. This is just too much, dude. This is absolutely too much. I cannot. So anyway, that's Manuel Johnson. God, how does anybody believe this guy? Anybody? How does any single person on the planet believe any of this stuff? Anyway, that's not even the highlight of the video. There's even more crazy stuff that he came out with recently. This one is from late March 2021. I just want to give you a nice rounded out idea of who this guy is and what he believes. Check this clip out.
When Trump comes back, you're going to see a different Trump. Most people are expecting the Trump they saw these past 4 years. Mm-hmm. That's what they're thinking. They're asking, this and the power and all that. Saints, that was the old Trump. He is also a servant and a child of God. And the Lord is doing something internally in Trump. And it's going to be powerful. When you see him, it's just like Moses coming back from the mountain of Mount Sinai. His face looked different. His demeanor was different. His tone was different. Yet the authority was there. The authority was there. The position was there. But you can tell. We are going to tell and we're going to see that Donald Trump, I'm going to make it very clear because, like I said, I don't watch the media, things like that. And
yeah, I bet he doesn't.
I just like to just listen to what the Lord is saying. The Lord has not changed his mind. I'm going to make it very clear.
Yeah, at this point, Donald Trump had very clearly lost, and Biden had already been inaugurated. Late March 2021. It was long past Donald Trump's time to be president. He's not going to be president for the next 4 years like this guy believed. But he's absolutely insisting that it's true.
That there's no misunderstanding. Trump is going to have a second term.
Yeah, absolute delusion right here. Seriously, how does this guy believe any of this stuff? And to believe that Donald Trump is so integral to your own belief system that God is using him and turning him into somebody new, turning him into somebody like Moses. They don't believe Trump is a prophet. They believe him to be like a new Messiah. That's how they're viewing him. That's how they're treating him. That's the role that they think he is filling in this whole equation. Before we continue, I just wanted to mention something. If you like what I do and you want to see me continue to do it, you can support me in a few ways. First, there's Patreon. That's probably the best way. But if you want to get something back for your support, you can check out my Teespring. Or you can check out my Telltale Unfiltered channel. I go through long-form, unhinged sermons from all kinds of people, from Hank Kunneman to Greg Locke to Jehovah's Witnesses. So give it a look. Links are in the description. Okay, now back to the video. This one is from mid-January 2022. This is an example of Manuel Johnson absolutely refusing to accept the reality that is directly in front of him. Listen to this.
Congress certifies a president. If the certification is not certified, they can't do it.
But it is certified. That's kind of correct. So each state Congress has to certify their individual elections. Individual states' Congresses certify that their elections are on the up and up and they're correct and all of that other good stuff by, I think, December 14th or December 18th, I don't remember which one, of 2020. The states had to certify their election. There was a deadline, and they did. They certified. By the end of that deadline, it was honestly too late for Donald Trump to succeed in anything at all. So after the election is certified for that state, they send their electors. Some of them are elected individually on a state level. Some of them are chosen by the party or whatever else. The state says, okay, we're voting for the Democrats. All of our electors go to the Democrats because that's how it works. So they send their Democratic slate of electors to Congress to cast their vote in the U.S. presidential election. So Arizona sends the Democratic voters, the Democratic electors, to vote for Joe Biden because that's who won Arizona. January 6th, Donald Trump believed that he had the opportunity to delay the certification. But Congress doesn't have to certify on January 6th. That's not their role. Their role is purely ceremonial. They're just counting the votes that were cast by the electors. That's it. They're not saying, okay, I check off on this, I agree, blah, blah, blah. That's not what they're doing. They're just counting it. Simple as that. That's what the Constitution says. So Donald Trump's original plan was to send fake electors. In addition to the Democratic electors coming from Arizona to vote, Donald Trump planned to have the Republican electors show up also and cast their votes in addition to the Democrats. That plan didn't work, and it was incredibly illegal, and those people are likely going to face criminal charges for it. I think some of them already are. But that was the whole process. Individual states' Congresses have to certify their individual states' elections. Congress, U.S. Congress, they don't have to certify blah, 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 any of that stuff. They just have to count the votes that the electors vote for. That's it. So when Manuel Johnson said what he said here, it was just complete nonsense. He has no idea what he's talking about, obviously.
If the certification is not certified, they can't do it.
That's not how the system works at all. He obviously has no idea how this even works.
45 was supposed to be certified.
45 being Donald Trump, of course.
Because of the voting frauds. And it got pushed back until 46 came in.
Okay, nothing got pushed back and pushed back. The votes were cast, the states were certified, the electors' votes were counted by Congress, and Joe Biden won the election. There's nothing pushed back about that. Biden won, plain and simple. This video came out mid-January 2022. So we're talking a year after Biden was inaugurated. A year after he's inaugurated. And this guy is still on this. Seriously. He's not the only one either.
And it got pushed back until 46 came in.
46 being Joe Biden. He was the 46th president.
And by that time, it was too late.
It wasn't a time issue. Biden simply won. There's no other way to look at this. He won.
So I have to explain this to you. 45 was never impeached. For him to be impeached, he could not re-enter as a president.
Once again, doesn't understand how any of this works. Impeachment is the process of putting somebody on trial for something that they did wrong, high crimes and misdemeanors. Congress votes to impeach a president, and they did, in fact, vote to impeach Donald Trump twice. Then the Senate acts as the jury in the impeachment trial, and the Supreme Court acts as the judges in the trial. Then, if he's convicted, he's removed from office and won't have an opportunity to be a president again. That's how all of this works. So, yes, Donald Trump was actually impeached twice. He just wasn't removed.
Not re-enter as a president if he was impeached. He never got impeached.
Yes, he did.
Matter of fact, I prophesied that he would not get impeached.
And you were wrong. I'm sorry. Is that something you really want to admit to? The penalty for falsely prophesying is being stoned. If I remember correctly, Deuteronomy 18, verses 17 to 22. If you falsely prophesy, it means you are pretending to hear the words of God and manipulating people when you're not hearing the words of God, and the penalty is to be stoned. I can't believe this dude's even sitting here saying this right now.
In fact, I prophesied that he would not get impeached, even though they tried a few times. That means he is still president.
No, his term ended in 2021. His term ended on January 20th, 2021. He's not still the president. You don't have to be impeached to be removed from a presidency, period. Like, you're removed at the end of your 4 years. How is this not clicking in this guy's head? I don't understand. Does he not know how any of this works? Like, literally any? Well, he's got a new scheme. He's come up with something new to fabricate this idea about how Joe Biden's going to leave the presidency and Trump is still the president and all that. That last one was January 2022, okay? This one is mid-July 2022. Listen to what he has to say here.
If you listen, I said it, I'm sure Julie Green said it, and a few other prophets said it. We said it several months ago that the population of this person in office right now is going to dwindle.
Oh, his popularity, it already has.
Yeah.
It's going to keep falling. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to dwindle. Now, what I'm saying right now is not a prophecy. These are constitutional facts.
Okay, it's not a prophecy. These are constitutional facts, all right?
When a sitting president popularity drops under 20%, the Congress and military can step in and make decisions.
Okay, who told you that, Manuel? I don't remember reading that anywhere in the Constitution. Were they even capable of doing a halfway accurate popularity test when the Constitution was originally written? And why would popularity be a determining factor? Like, I just don't understand. Where is all this coming from? This is so nonsensical.
That's all I'm going to tell you.
And you know his popularity is propped up. He's already underneath.
Not only can they remove him and have the military step in if he's less than 20% popular, but also they're already propping... It's all rigged anyways. It's all faked. His popularity is propped up.
To that. I think they have him at like 38% right now. Last on Sunday.
But once it goes 20% and under, that gives Congress a right and the military a right to step in and make decisions and move a person out of a position.
I've never heard this before. I would love a little bit of evidence. I will take anything, please. He says these are constitutional facts. I feel like the guy believes that the Constitution is a 10,000-page document that's absolutely unreadable in a single human lifetime, so he can just claim anything about it, and you'll just never know if that's true or not, because it's just too big to search through. You realize it's reasonably short, all things considered, and you can read it start to finish in a relatively short amount of time, right? This is verifiable information. Like, we can prove you wrong now. Why is he saying this stuff? You know why he's saying this? Because he knows his audience isn't going to fact check him. They're just hearing what they want to hear and know they want to hear more of it. So they're going to keep coming back to the guy because they know he will tell them what they want to hear.
The only reason why that hasn't happened yet is because the number 2 in charge is not greater, is worse than number 1.
Yeah.
So that
honestly, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when the miracle comes in.
What did Kamala Harris do to upset these people, honestly? She's been like in the background this entire time. What did she do to put a wrinkle in your petticoat or whatever? Why don't you like Kamala Harris? I don't understand. She hasn't been in the spotlight almost at all this entire presidency.
The
miracle comes in with God.
He'll remove every one of them.
Yeah.
He'll remove every seat.
That's the legal aspect.
That's the legal aspect. He believes that he's dropping straight truths on us right now. Absolutely bizarre, dude. This guy is something else. He says it without a smile on his face. So here's my question for you. Does this guy believe the things that he says? Now, before you answer, before you jump down to the comment section and give me your opinion on this, or go to Twitter, let me show you one more clip of this guy, okay? One more clip. Watch this clip, and then you tell me if you still think he believes what he says. July 31st, 2021.
And Jesus had asked, because one of the religious leaders said, Lord, do we pay taxes to Caesar or not? Jesus asked for a currency in that day, and they gave it to him. And he says, whose subscription is on there?
Okay, so the story he's telling is of Jesus and the people asking him if they should be paying taxes or whatever. Should they give money to the government, right? Okay.
Caesar. What did he say? He says, well, give to Caesar what is due to Caesar. He's holding up the coin. And give to God what is due to God. He's holding up the coin.
Okay, so he's somehow trying to tie this back into tithing, I guess.
When he's saying, give to Caesar from this coin and give to God from this coin. You and I know that Roman was corrupt.
Okay, that was not the message that Jesus was trying to deliver. Jesus was not trying to say, this is getting a little convoluted. Jesus was not trying to say, pay Caesar with the coin and also pay the church with that same exact coin. Okay, I guess I'm following you just for the sake of argument. Go on.
You know they were corrupt. But Jesus is holding up one of their currencies. It wasn't cryptocurrency in that day, but they were corrupt. A lot of evil things happened. And Jesus held up from that time the currency back in the days of Roman, back in the days of Jesus.
Wait, what does cryptocurrency have to do with anything? Why did he bring that up? That was kind of a weird thing to mention right in the middle of a discussion about tithing to him, right?
And he says, give to God and give to Caesar from that same coin. What is that telling you?
It's telling me you're asking people for cryptocurrency. That's the message that I'm getting. Wow. Okay, so with that context in mind, now I give you permission to go to the comments section and tell me, is this guy for real? Is this guy a scam artist, or does he really believe the things that he says? Let me know what you think.